Hey YouTube, just another day in California. I wanted to continue on my reminiscing journey of what I did after Yokohama. So you can say hi to my dog. Chippo, Chippo, hi, hello. Kind of a rainy day here in California, so I decided to just record another video in the comfort of my own room. For those that don't, for those that don't know, I just moved back a couple months ago, so my room is still pretty empty. Got a hat, and that's pretty much it. So still boxes and everything. I really don't use my room for too much more other than to shower, hang up my clothes, and sleep. So, don't really need a desk or anything down here or up here. I have the desk for working and for gaming on the bottom floor, the office. So anyway, I wanted to continue on what I did after Yokohama. And after Yokohama, I decided to go to a city called Hakone. And it's less of a city, more of like a little town. Kind of same thing as Nico, where it's up in the mountains. So it was really beautiful, but it's also known for its hot springs, and so it wasn't nearly as cold as Nico was. So this was in the middle of March to give you an idea. So, I'm going to go ahead and try to rearrange my camera a little bit. It looks a little bit off-centered there. Can you guys notice that? Is this considered centered, or is this considered... I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway, so this is a little crooked. Sorry. But anyway, so I ended up going to Hakone, and this place, the real thing I wanted to see here was Owakudani Loop, or Owakudani Trail, or however you want to call it, which is basically this rail car that takes you around these sulfur vents. And I just wanted to see kind of more of like the outside wilderness, mountainy parts of Japan. And so I ended up getting to Kei's hostel, which was up the hill a little bit from the train station, maybe about 10-minute walk. I'd actually taken a bus way too far up, and then I took the bus from the train station. I took the bus way too far up the hill from where the hostel was. Ended up having to get off the bus, realized I was so far up, and then kind of walk down the highway. Kind of looked like a complete idiot, but had my backpack on and everything. I'm walking down this highway, trying to get back down the mountain so that I could walk up the mountain a different way up to the hostel. So that was really the biggest downside, no pun intended, was how hilly that whole place was if you had to walk and carry a bunch of stuff. So highly recommend getting a little taxi or taking the bus straight to your hotel or hostel if you stay there. Anyway, so I stayed there, and it was a really nice place actually. They charged you for washer and dryer like every other hostel does pretty much, but at least they had one available. And it was a really nice hostel actually. The little capsule that you stayed in was pretty well put together. I stayed warm the entire time and had like a little privacy blanket or a privacy curtain on the edge of the bed. So you could just kind of hung your stuff up in there. And the cool thing about it is you could kind of put your stuff way in the back, and then I was up on the second story, like the second bunk. So basically just a little bit safer. Never had a problem, by the way, the entire time I was in Japan. I never had anything stolen. So that was cool. But anyway, so I got there. Met some cool people actually. Kiri and a girl that I totally forgot her name now, but she was there, and she's from Australia. I still have her on Instagram. And so we were just kind of talking in the lobby and got to know each other a little bit. They had a little onsen of their own in in the hostel itself, so that was kind of cool. And I went down there, and just kind of weird being completely naked, around a few guys. But you just kind of got to be cool with it, and they'll be cool with it, and it's just the culture difference. That's all. So yeah. Anyway, it was kind of cool because there was like an inside portion of the onsen, and then there's also an outside portion, and it was still kind of rainy on the first day, So it was really nice seeing the rain dip into the onsen, and you're just laying in this really hot pool, but then the rain dripping on your face kind of cools you off. And it was really nice mix. It was pretty peaceful out there. So I just kind of stayed there talking to some people, and then yeah, called it a night after that. Didn't really do a whole lot the first night. Like I said, the second day was really what it was all about, and I was going to Owakudani trail or loop, which I ended up heading out. I got a discount on the ticket to get up there because one of the guys previously in the hotel in the hostel had already paid for like a 3-day ticket, and he had only used 1 day, and I only needed 1 day. So he sold me the ticket for like half the price of what it would cost brand new. And so that worked out great. I ended up just taking his ticket and half off the trip. It wasn't that expensive anyway, but I think I paid like $15-20 US dollars. And yeah, so I made my way over there. I had to take a bus to the actual train, and then the train to the little rail car. And then the rail car, you just kind of jumped on about 15 people or 10 people in each rail car. And then it would take you up all the way to this little hillside or this mountain. And there were about 2 or 3 stops. So the first one was just to kind of get up a little bit further. And then there's like a little restaurant or something. And then the second one was like a gift shop. And they had this black egg. That's kind of what they were known for. I have a picture of me kind of eating the monument, the fake monument of the black egg. And yeah, it was the Owakudani. I guess that's what it's known for, is this charcoal sulfur cooked egg that is supposed to extend your life 7 years. I hate hard-boiled eggs or anything other than really scrambled or fried, so I didn't eat that, but that's okay. Yeah, like I think I've told you guys in other videos, I was not in Asia for the food. People think that was a waste of me not liking a lot of the stuff there, but that's totally fine. I was there for the sightseeing more than the taste buds. But anyway, so I ended up going up the trail. You could see the kanji for fire was like kind of engraved in one of the mountains. That was pretty cool. And then apparently on a clear day, you could see Mount Fuji from in the distance. I could not because it wasn't that clear out. It had stopped raining. It was sunny out by that point, but it was kind of still overcast a little bit and just wasn't clear enough of a day to be able to see it. So that was pretty cool. Went up there, grabbed some souvenirs, and then headed back down. And then at night, I went ahead and just wanted to go eat. Ended up hanging out with those girls again, and we went out to this little tiny yakitori place and just had a bunch of skewers and drank sake and just talked, and it was fun little night. And that was really my experience in Hakone. I didn't stay for too long. I was only there for about a day, 2.5 days, and then I was off. So just kind of enjoyed my time in the onsen. If you want a place that looks most like a anime village, go to Hakone. It's so beautiful there, especially during Sakura. So I just got so many cool pictures of just big Sakura trees hanging over red buildings, like red barns almost, it looks like. And just the rivers and all the fog because it's so high up with the warm water just creates this like misty fog. And then the village, like the train station, is just this really, really long building essentially, and there's catwalks that go over from the shops to the buildings, and it's just so picturesque. If you want to go, it was the most beautiful place I saw in Japan. So that, more so than just seeing Owakudani, was the highlight. Oh, I missed a spot, or I missed a thing that I did. So on the way back, when we got down from the rail car, the way to get back from where we landed back to the buses to go drive, there was actually this pirate ship. There's 2 pirate ship ferries, and I don't know why there were pirate ships, but they took you across the lake. So it was a ferry. It was pretty cool. They were like 2 stories, and yeah, kind of beautiful. They were like red and yellow not fire trucks, red and yellow pirate ships. And yeah, that was pretty much it, guys, in terms of the Hakone trip. Didn't do much like walking around other than the Owakudani. I was mainly there for like one attraction. So, but saw what I wanted to do, and then I was off to kind of more southern Japan. So from there, my next trip, I took the Shinkansen further down. So stay tuned. If you like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, and off into my next video. Take it easy.